Warriors down 7, 17-10. Nice wraparound by Hardaway, and there's Alexander drawing the foul. And the foul is on Richmond.
First personal, second team.
Well, Alexander up high, moving a little bit with Spud Webb, readjusting. Yeah, that's okay, that's legal. But you see this type of move in here, probably a little more comfortable with Alexander in traffic than you would be with Hill in traffic in the ball.
Victor Alexander off the bench, his 6th straight game. Here is some pressure in the backcourt. Alexander all over Coswell, and Spud Webb losing it and then regaining it. Good recovery by Webb.
Yeah, not a travel because he didn't advance the ball.
Simmons. And Orange with possession got it over to Alexander. The Warriors on the fly. Mullen around Richmond, tries to curl it up, but he hit the rim. And that allows Sacramento to break it down, and Richmond with a fadeaway. Easy rebound to Marshalonis. Warriors down 5, 5:50 to go in the first.
They're really trying to get Mullen off early, getting some screens. Last night he had trouble getting shots.
Yeah, Mullen last night only had 15 shots. He hit 6 for 17 at Phoenix. Longtime assistant coach, college coach Rex Hughes taking over for Dick Motta. The Kings have new ownership, and Rex Hughes wants to impress the owners here down the stretch and be the coach next year. Billy Owens with another rejection, his second of the first period. And the ball is overthrown, goes back to Golden State. Hardaway, too strong. Here comes Spud Webb, back the other way. Whips it down to Richmond. Returns to Webb. He fires it over Mullen. The Sputnik from NC State. Spud Webb has 4. And Alexander knocks it out of bounds.
Shots are not falling right now for Golden State.
36%, 5 for 14 from the field. Tim, while the Kings are 8 for 16, 50%. There's your story. Not a good one so far for the Warriors, who had won 5 straight, then lost last night. The Kings going for 4 straight on the road. Tisdale plus the foul. The Kings looking for their first 4-game road win streak since 1983.
Well, in years past, Wayman Tisdale has had his own way against Golden State. Seems to just elevate his play. He got going a little later in the game on Tuesday, and right now you can see he is in the mode to try to score a bundle of points, and he is capable of doing so.
He wound up with 19 against the Warriors Tuesday after 3 at the half. But over the last 10, averaging 17.5, 7 rebounds on 53% field goal shooting. And the crowd looking to encourage the Warriors. 22-12, a 10-point deficit.
You feel the crowd getting into a little complacency, like, well, our club, no problem. And that isn't always going to ring true.
Very difficult to turn it on and off, even for the best team.
Here's a look at the sunburn on the forehead.
Number 1 on Lionel Simmons. The duck under move by Marshalonis. Marshalonis got a donation from the Grateful Dead prior to the game for his Lithuanian national team that will participate in the Olympics. But you know, I was talking to Sharutis in Phoenix the other day. They've got to qualify. They've got to go through this qualifying round and play around 11 games before they get into the Olympics. Nice move by Lionel Simmons. So it's going to be a long summer.
Well, they got to raise some money before they even get there to the qualifying round. But 5,000 from the Grateful Dead. We'll talk at halftime to Rod Ramrod from the Grateful Dead.
All right. Rod, the longtime crew chief of the Grateful Dead. Of course, some of the Warriors, including Don Nelson, went to a Dead concert at Auburn Hills the night before the Detroit Pistons game. Nice move by Wayman Tisdale. And since attending the Grateful Dead concert, the Warriors are 5-1. 3:27 and counting in the first. 26-14.
Well, since we've been talking about the Grateful Dead, the Kings have run off like 6 straight points. That great outside fadeaway by Tisdale made Alexander take the fake.
Marshalonis with the stutter step. A lot of head movement there. Wouldn't go. Richmond the other way. You know how badly he wants this one against his old team. Lionel Simmons underneath, beating Alexander easily. And Don Nelson wants a 20. But that might have been a fake out. Here's Mullen. No, nothing going for the Warriors. Oftentimes Nelly will signal for timeout, but it won't mean anything. It'll just be a fake out. And then Spud Webb. Now he wants it for sure.
Spud Webb.
And the Warriors are really digging themselves an early hole.
20-second timeout.
But it's a little too early for Rex Hughes to celebrate. He's been in a few wars. 2:41 to go in the first. Tom Tolbert, who had a good one last night in Phoenix. Here's the shooting. Golden State. Wow.
6 for 18. Figures out to 33% in my book.
Not very good.
Not the 22%. That's 1 out of 3.
They're bad, but not that bad, right? Spud Webb brings it across very confidently over to Richmond. Now here's Simmons. They double up as Tolbert comes on to help out. Good play. Owens and Tolbert converging for the steal. This is how the Warriors have to get back with their patented disruptive D.
2 minutes.
The overplay by Webb works.
And Sharunas just hesitated. The play was over. Shouldn't have thrown it after the hesitation.
You get the feeling, Jim, the Kings are ready for the Warriors tonight?
I think they have been mentally prepared by Rex Hughes, and they have come out and executed perfect.
They're playing it almost as if this is their playoffs.
Yeah. And you know, in actuality, it is for them.
Looking for the moral victory.
Exactly.
Mullen, nothing going for the Warriors. They're now 6 for 20. He's 1 for 8. Chris Mullen struggling along with his teammates.
Number 31, Wayne Coswell has the foul.
Wayne Coswell with his first.
Kings first in the last 2 minutes.
1:29 to go in the first. Coswell back to the bench. Anthony Bonner is in. Here's Chris Gatling trying to inject some life into the Warriors lineup here. And Billy Owens will depart with 2.
Billy Owens.
Nothing but deuces if you look down the line of the Warriors scoring. Mullen 2, Owens 2, Hill 2. Same for Ellie, Hardaway, Marciulionis, Alexander. Unbelievable.
And his substitution pattern is almost identical to last night. Offensive foul on Mullen. Oh,
this is like a bad dream here.
did you see that in frustration? Does not get a tee from the official. But Sharunas gives to Mullen. Mullen in frustration after the foul.
That any way to treat an old friend?
Well, he just took the ball. He didn't see it, but just banged it against the board. Bernie Fryer let him do it.
Richmond. No, and it tipped in.
Well, Richmond raised his hand.
We're waiting on the announcement.
The basket to Mitch Richmond.
They gave it to Richmond. He's got 5. Oh, brother. Hardaway missing a gimme. That's an illustration of the way things have gone here in a pathetic first quarter for the Warriors. We're down 18. Bonner is banged by Gatling, who goes flying. No call. They're letting everything go here. And off the pinball effect, finally a whistle. Goodness, Tim Hardaway picks it up, his first.
Warrior foul charge at number 10, Tim Hardaway, first personal.
Well, now the offensive rebounds has become a factor. Tolbert disrupts from behind on Bonner. Tisdale, he just throws it up quickly here. He's banged also, no call. Bonner finally hammered by little Tim Hardaway, but a couple of offensive rebounds just gets you in trouble again. Nelly just trying to look for anything that can get them out of this.
And I'll tell you what, Jim, as we look at Rex Hughes, who has to be in dreamland right now, the fans being very patient. We haven't heard any booing yet, although they are down. The Warriors 33-14. Jim Lash, runner-up at the NBA three-point shootout into the ball game now. Bonner 1 of 2. 33-14. 19-point lead for the Kings. Tisdale all over Tolbert. 30 seconds to go in the first. One that will live in infamy for the Warriors.
Well, you wonder why he took that shot. They wanted to get a quick shot. It wasn't a good shot, but Tolbert wanted to get it off.
Richmond from straightaway 3. And Tom Tolbert as the Warriors look for one shot. Can somebody score more than 2 points for the Warriors in the first quarter? Unbelievable.
Well, that's a record this year. Wow. And maybe the 14th.
Gatling, no. Not going to happen, folks. Now you'll hear some boos.
And in the first period, 33-14, Kings.
12 minutes to forget for the Golden State Warriors. Has to be one of their worst quarters of all time. Warriors right now in dire need of a transfusion. 33-16. Sacramento. No Warrior had more than 2 points in the first. 7 tied with 2. Mullen was 1 for 8. Can the Warriors turn it on and actually come back from this deep, deep hole? Here's Marciulionis. The drive. And it's 33-18. The crowd sensing something special in the air.
Hard to believe when Mullen, Hardaway, Marciulionis combined for 95 against this club in the double overtime win. Nobody more than 2.
Good defense. Gatling swings it down to Hardaway. The Warriors on the fly with the numbers. On the wing to Ellie. 2 more. A 6-0 run.
Tell you what, if I were Rex Hughes, I'd get the starting lineup back in.
And boy, how things can turn. 10:55 left in the second period.
Well, running off 6 straight points. Good defense. Tolbert inside, not fouling. Gatling getting the short shot, gets it out to Hardaway, and the race is on once again. They've got the numbers. Ellie actually was fouled on this play by Les. No call, does get the layup, induces Rex Hughes to call a timeout. Same lineup though, they still got Les. Chilcutt in there. Chilcutt came in, did a nice job.
He did the other night against Golden State. He had 6 on 3 for 3 shooting in 7 minutes. Jim Les, who played like in the last minute of the game the other night. And Mitch Richmond finally breaks the 6-0 run by Golden State. 7 points for Richmond. Hardaway lost the handle. Bonner down to Les. Swings it over to Simmons. Tied up by Marciulionis. Simmons throws it up for grabs. And Les tracks it down. Simmons falls down with pressure from Sharunas Marciulionis. Ellie driving the baseline. A very determined Mario Ellie, 35-22.
Right now, he's the leading scorer with 6.
He is. Marciulionis has 4, everybody else 2. And the bomb by Richmond. 9 for Richmond. 37-22, 15-point lead for the Kings. And pass. In Les, being hounded by Hardaway, gets it across, and a foul by Hardaway. That's his second.
Number 10, Tim Hardaway.
Wayman Tisdale returns. Chris Mullen is back. Mullen for Tolbert. Mullen, who shot 1 for 8 in the first. Tolbert gets a nice hand. That's a good 3-point shooter, 36%. Lost out to Craig Hodges at Orlando, and there's an offensive foul. Hughes doesn't like the call. Tom Tisdale, his second.
Well, speaking of Les,
Second personal
what
foul.
a 3-point shooter he was last year when he got all that playing time.
He's a survivor. Chris Gatling. Gatling had the big tip in the first overtime against Sacramento to make it 131-130 on Tuesday night. Kept the Warriors' hopes alive, and then they went on to win it in double overtime. Warriors down 13. Another shot. Tisdale draws the foul. Gatling. Don Nelson doesn't like the call, neither does the crowd.
And Gatling saying, I held my position, hands up straight.
Bernie Fryer had other ideas.
He even gave way, gave ground.
We'll hear from Chris Gatling, among other players.
2 shots.
Their predictions on the NCAA tournament at halftime. Tisdale, a 75% foul shooter, 1 for 2 tonight. The ball game was actually tied at one time at 8-8, and then Sacramento with a 25-6 run to take a 19-point lead after one. Now the Warriors trying to close the space between these points. Marciulionis over Randy Brown. Marciulionis got it back.
Quick little flip shot. Did not allow Coswell to block it. He did touch it. Raised it, but the quickness of the release got it over.
And it's a 12-point Kings lead. 8:20 to go in the half. Mullen going for the steal. Here's Bonner stripped, but Coswell picked it up. Rejected by Gatling. Goaltending.
Goaltending, credit the wrestler to Dwayne Coswell.
Well, a good effort by Gatling. Very close. Very close. Some officials would have let that go. Bernie Fryer once again blows the whistle.
And now Terry Durham with the call.
Number 23,
And it's number 3 on Tisdale. Non-shooting.
Kings' first team foul of the period.
Marciulionis gets the step on Brown. And he traveled.
He was trying to make the play to Gatling.
Don Nelson says space. 40-26. The Kings 8 minutes on the clock in the second. There are the turnovers. It's usually the other way around. Webb showing his quickness.
He shows it anytime he runs.
Brown can't get it to go. Back tap to Tisdale. And Mullen's got it. He got it away from Coswell. Marciulionis barreling in, rejected by Bonner and picked up. Oh, brother! Chris Gatling.
Well, Schrunas got the ball rejected, but it was a blocking foul. They did not call that, but fortunately Gatling hanging around does what he does best.
40-28, Sacramento by 12. A gun by Tisdale. Bonner streaking in, and he's hammered. Mario Elie with his second.
Number 20, Mario Elie, second personal foul.
And Lionel
His third
Simmons
foul.
coming back. Tisdale goes to the bench. Tisdale with the 3 fouls and 10 points.
Elie claiming he wasn't near there. Hardaway was trying to take the foul. Hardaway already has 2. Now Mario Elie picks up his second.
Gatling gets a good hand.
Now where's Elie on the play? He's standing.
Okay, number 24, Anthony Bonner.
He was in front of Anthony Bonner. Hardaway thought he got him from behind. He was trying to take the foul.
Tyrone Hill back. Bonner missing the first.
I thought that was rather strange that Hardaway was so willing to pick up his third that he even argued on behalf of Mario.
This is a strange night. Anything is bound to happen. Did you notice if it was a full moon tonight? That may have something to do with it. 41-28, Sacramento.
I don't know about you, but I got here before it was dark.
Marciulionis. In and out. Here's Dwayne Coswell in a big crowd. Boy, Bonner took a hard pull. Coswell gets it to go.
Number 31, Dwayne
Better and better.
Coswell.
Boy, we see him. 10 points for Coswell. 7 feet tall. Hardaway slicing through.
Hardaway.
4 points for Tim Hardaway. Now 2 out of 6.
It's been a long dry spell for Timmy. Long.
Nice entry by Simmons, and Coswell with another easy basket. He's got 12.
Well, it's interesting. Rex Hughes is doing the right thing. He's just taking it right to Coswell and trying to exploit the mismatch. It's working.
And the shot isn't working for Mullen. 1 for 10. Boys, he's struggling.
I see they keep Tyrone Hill on Lionel Simmons. More mobile, but Coswell.
Good play by Tyrone Hill there as he poked it free. Ball deflects out.
Chris Gatling returns.
Chris Gatling right back in it.
I bet you Gatling and Mullen switch on the men. Gatling goes to Coswell. We'll see what happens at the defensive end. See if Mullen goes to Lionel Simmons or perhaps Bonner.
Tyrone Hill goes out. Warriors are down by 15. Randy Brown all over Marciulionis. Offensive foul. First on Marciulionis. Good job by Brown, a rookie out of New Mexico State, second-round pick.
Good quick feet by Randy Brown.
Excellent athlete, excellent quickness. Spud Webb can't get it to go. Rebound Gatlin. We'll hear from Randy too at halftime on his pick in the NCAA. Nice pass, Hardaway. Mullen finally breaks his snug. Mullen now 2 for 11, 4 points. Warriors are trailing by 13, 5:12 to go in the half. Here's Webb. Coswell
By Gatling.
the turnaround, and Gatling's got it.
Makes it a little different. Stronger to hold him out, bigger to make the shot tougher.
Look out! Ellie tripping over Webb. Ellie helped up by Chris Rum, the foul on Spud Webb.
Number 4, Spud Webb, first personal.
Number 1 on Webb. Ellie's all right.
Team foul. Mitch Richmond returns.
Coswell, who's already burned the Warriors for 12 going against Mullen and Ellie predominantly, now he has to go against and contend with Chris Gatling. Little different shooting when you have a guy who's 6'10", the long arms to defend, gets the rebound, gets it out.
That was his 5th rebound. Richmond's back for Coswell. Ellie, excellent foul shooter, 85%. Had a rough night at Phoenix, shot 0 for 3, 4 points in 23 minutes. Sacramento, 4:54 remaining in the first half. Bonner checks the clock, spins on, Mullen gets the big step and then blows it. Ellie coming our way to Mullen, good save. Oh, what a look! Hardaway trying to back pass to a trailer, but it's picked off, and Webb with super sight down to Bonner.
Almost a brilliant play.
That would have made a few highlight reels.
Mullen, great job just to save it, but he went for the big gamble underneath to Hardaway.
The double clutch by Gatling. Excellent defense by Lionel Simmons.
Yeah, it really was. Shot block.
Bonner showing some great athleticism there. Anthony Bonner, second year out of St. Louis University. Off a career-high 21 in a loss to Seattle last night in Sacramento. The lay-in by Mullen. 6 points for Mullen. 49-36 kicks, 3:45 and counting in the half.
That's what's so surprising. They had a tough game with Seattle last night, just like the Warriors had a tough game, but they don't show any effects of it right now.
Oh, what a bomb. It's a long two by Richmond. 11 for Richmond, who had 29 of the loss last night against Seattle. He shot well, 11 for 17. He shot well as a team, 52%. Here's a foul. Tommy Wood blows the whistle. Wood's looking back for a number. And it's on Bonner. His first.
Billy Owen's been waiting near the sideline for a dead ball to get back in for about 2 minutes.
I know. Finally gets in. Well, he should be very fresh. Reach in foul. Kings thought they were on their way to a fast break. Spud Webb with his second. Another non-shooting. Warriors are down 15. 3:17 left in the half. They were down 19 after one. Warriors. Good hands by Randy Brown. He is quick. Excellent defensive player. He was 11th in the nation last year in steals, close to 3 a game. But the shooting is a question mark. Warriors is standing around. They are not themselves. Chris Gatling with the lefty hook. 8 points for Gatling. A big-time move there, 51-38. The Warriors down 13. Richmond fronted by Owens. Ironic nicely. Traded for each other. Simmons with a beautiful offensive rebound.
Well,
Nobody there.
Yes, he was all alone at the offensive end.
And great pressure. Webb thought he got off ball. Boy, I think keying on Marshall almost as if to say, you gave us such a hard time the other night in Sacramento. We're going to get even tonight.
Warriors.
Timeout, Golden State. 53-38, 2:30 to go in the first half.
Hard to get a handle on the Sacramento club because last night they lose to Seattle at home, Arco Arena. Their third straight home loss, and yet they've won 3 straight on the road. Here's a team that had trouble winning on the road last year. And even team, now you go to individuals. Dwayne Coswell it was a non-factor last night, but tonight he's jumped out of the gate. He's been a huge factor.
It really is strange because the Kings are 0-4 against Golden State this year. But it's always an adventure when these two teams get together.
And you know the Mayor's Trophy is involved, if they could find it. They don't know where it is. They've lost it.
Spud Webb hits a 3. May I ask who is supposed to be in charge?
Well, when it came here, they were trying to create the big rivalry. Offensive pick Chris Gatling, trying to free up Sharunas. But they were trying to create the huge rivalry. You know, this goes back to 85-86, and so the 5-game series, obviously someone's going to win the series each year. And so the Mayor's Trophy, but now they don't know where it is.
Amazing, huh? 20-second timeout for Sacramento. Maybe the mayor has it.
Rex Hughes, a lot of people don't realize that he coached in the early 70s with Bob Boyd at USC, and Paul Westphal, who will take over after Cotton Fitzsimmons leaves Phoenix, knew Rex Hughes at USC early on. Rex Hughes only there a couple of years. But what's interesting about Hughes, of course, he's got a face, you know, you love to study. He's a great camera face. He was out of basketball for 7 years, 80 to 87. He sold sporting goods equipment.
What a story, huh? What a comeback. Now a head coach in the NBA. Coming up at halftime, Final Four predictions from the Kings and the Warriors. A deadhead donation to Sharunas Marshall left stats and highlights. Richmond.
Number 2, Mitch Richmond.
13 for Mitch Richmond.
So now the Kings just have confidence in their shooting. They're just shooting the ball so well, and everyone.
And Jim, it's back up to 18. Mullen. 8 points for Mullen, but he is 4 for 13 on the night. 58-42, Kings by 16. If you're just tuning in, there's nothing wrong with your television set. Minute 25 to go in the half. Richmond with a wild reverse. Here comes Hardaway. He's been awfully quiet this half. For 3. Hill keeps it alive. Good rebound.
Good offensive rebound. Did bring it down into traffic. Got away with it. And a little finger roll.
Under a minute. Blow by speed, Randy Brown. Charlotte lost it, picked it up, got it back. Oh, it's a mad scramble, out of bounds for the Warriors. Like football follies.
Yep, I have never seen Sharunas this out of control with his ball handling
Almost
ability.
as if he's preoccupied.
Yes, he's got great hands, and all of a sudden it just loses. He did not advance it. He lost it. Look at it. It went out of Mullen's hands, the greatest hands in the league. Slipped right out of his hands.
20, Mario Ellie.
And coming right into your living room. Ellie in for Hardaway.
Tim Hardaway.
Tim would like to foul this half in the circular. 17 on the shot, 43.7 on the overhead. Marshall. This is Mullen.
Billy had a nice inside position.
Degree of difficulty on that shot. Real high. Out of bounds. Warriors get it again. They get a fresh 24. 30 seconds to go in the half.
And Nelly wanted Owens to go to the free throw line. He couldn't get off the ground with it. They were holding him down.
Man, that inbound's almost busted up. Owens. Offensive foul.
Offensive foul, number 30. Billy Owens, first personal foul.
And the Kings take over. Number 1 on Owens. 20 seconds to go in the half. There's a 1 second differential on the shot clock. The Kings will take it all the way down. Mitch Richmond with 5 on the time. Nice cut to his left on Owens, and he buries it along 2. 15 for Richmond. 1 second to go. Stolen by Bonner. Puts it up. Almost. What a first half. The Warriors coaching staff of Don Nelson and Gary St. Jean looking up at the scoreboard in utter disbelief. And it's a 12-point deficit. The crowd getting into it. Tisdale with a grimace on his face. Hill swarming. Good defense by Hill. Tapped by Mullen. Here comes Hardaway. The bounce to the Mullen. Got it! And the Warriors showing life. And the Kings calling a 20. I would say it's a new ball game. 10-point deficit.
Which is nothing for any NBA team. But Golden State just has to keep it up. They cannot relax against the Kings. And if they come back, take the lead. Nice stripping of the ball by Mullen. And then he finishes the play, gets out and runs after he got the rebound, tapped it to Hardaway. But when he stripped that ball to Coswell, he knows he can't meet Coswell at the top. If Coswell brings it down, it just neutralizes that imbalance in the height that they have.
I mentioned the 1 steal in the first half by Golden State. Very anemic for the Warriors. Mullen alone averages 2.24 a game, 6 in the lead. Tisdale getting the step, and then the Warriors recovered, and it was kicked out by Tisdale.
Oh, Hill clobbered Wayman Tisdale.
And Tisdale is beside himself.
Oh, Hill knows it. He got away with one. He just hammered him. He got the ball, but he got all across the shoulder and arm.
Hardaway. And the rebound to Lionel Simmons. Simmons with his 10th. Rex Hughes backpedaling to the bench. Don't trip, Rex. Spud Webb to Tisdale.
And looking at Tyrone Hill was Wayman. He was laughing a moment ago with Tyrone Hill. Knew he got away with it.
That was a payback for Tisdale. Pretty ball by Elliott wouldn't go down. Simmons away with it. Being hounded from behind, pestered by Elliott.
See, in years past, the Kings could not come back once the team starts making a run. But right now,
what a move by Webb.
Yes, they get it down to 10, and they make big plays. Now it's back up to 14.
We talked about that on the open. Ellie. The foul, Mitch Richmond as he hits the deck. But they called it on Simmons, his second.
Second personal foul.
Well, you got the smallest guys in the league in Muggsy Bogues and Spud Webb. Spud Webb gets an assist to Wayman Tisdale. And when I say the smallest, also the 2 quickest. Look at this, the reverse layup. Spud Webb, as you mentioned the other night, who one time won the slam dunk contest.
Seems inconceivable. 5'7". A few years ago, he won it all.
He's the quickest in the league from point A to point B. You think you may have him covered, cut off, like Askew did when he got the blocking foul. He just gets there sooner than you realize.
He might even be the quickest to point C and D. There's a steal. Mullen ahead of the field as Webb got clobbered.
A little home court advantage.
Boy, we heard the thump. And look at Rex Hughes' reaction. He got a technical called on him. He was infuriated for a call that went against the Kings on Tuesday night. But you got to admire his patience here. 64-53. The Warriors down 11.
Any kind of contact, a real whistle.
Tisdale, no. Rebound, Owens. Here comes Hardaway. Kings keep opening the door. The Warriors can't get in. Ooh, man, Spud Webb being knocked around.
Well, Mullen pushes him down, and then Tisdale pushes Mullen out of the lane.
8 on the shot. Mullen! Oh! Owens with a look away to Hill. What a pass by Billy O. Timeout, Sacramento. the Kings by 9. 7:58 to go in the third. The Warriors, after a very flat, sluggish, miserable first half, showing great signs now in the third.
Well, they exploit the mismatch, Webb and Billy Owens. But watch what Owens does. When he catches the ball, he realizes the presence of Coswell. Protects the ball and quickly zips it over to a breaking Tyrone Hill, who stepped in. When Tyrone Hill steps in like that and recognizes a defender turning his head, you get good plays. He's finished a lot of dunks recently in that same fashion.
Beautifully done by Billy Owens. Spud Webb is like one of those Weeble dolls. Keeps getting knocked over and bounces back.
Yeah, the little bobblehead. Yeah, that's a good analogy.
Unbelievable how he's getting pounded around. But he's got a lot of heart.
The slightest of build in the NBA, but no bigger heart.
And Wayman Tisdale, it's like they woke a sleeping giant before when he kicked the ball out of bounds and thought he was violated. No call. 14 points for Tisdale now, and the Warriors down 11 again. Look how low Owens is able to get on Tisdale. Just submarine by Tisdale on the foul. It's on Tiz. His
Number
fourth.
23, Wayman Tisdale. Fourth personal foul.
A little crossover move by Billy Owens. Actually put the ball on the floor before he dribbled. How low was he?
Look at the expression.
Yes, well, he got locked up with Wayman Tisdale, who has 4 fouls.
Owens to the line first time. Shooting 66. Warriors 7 for 8 from the line tonight as a team.
Number 24, Anthony Bonner.
Rex Hughes inserts Anthony Bonner. And Tisdale with the 4 fouls checks out. Warriors wanting to get Marshallonis into the ball game.
Bonner not the same power player inside as Tisdale, but he runs the floor better than Wayman. And he's got better quickness on the wing, so you have to be aware of Bonner. He's a slicer. If you don't block him off, he can get to the ball.
Bonner had 6 in the first half. Owens misses both. Marshallonis replacing Tyrone Hill. Runners with 8.
Bonner coming off his career high last night against Seattle with 21. That was a new career high for him.
Plus 9 rebounds. 7:11 to go in the third. And there's Bonner paying quick dividends off the bench. 13-point Kings lead. The Kings won't relinquish the lead. Under 7 minutes to go in the third. Good hands by Lionel Simmons. The ball last touched by Owens. Somebody trying to call Warriors warm-up, but I think, Jim, he's a little late.
Yes. Evidently, we did not give him the numbers in time, but or else he's watching a tape delay.
Now there's somebody that doesn't know how to relax. Leave the cellular phone home, watch the game. Oh, nice pass by Connor to Coswell. 14 for Dwayne Coswell.
Too many people jumping at Anthony Bonner. Someone has to stay with Coswell.
Mullen. 16 for Mullen. 8 for 18 now. Maybe that fan was dialing 911 for help. 70-57. The Warriors down 13, approaching midway through. Bonner squeezing through, rebound by Owens. Here's Mullen. Oh, almost blocked. Got it back all the way right back to Mullen. He stops. He pops. 18 for Mullen. He's starting to get hot.
It's amazing how a simple give and go can free you up.
11-point game, 18 for Mullen. Richmond is kind of quiet, gets that to roll. 17 for Mitch, his first basket of the second half. Hardaway with the stutter step. Around 2 players. No, out of control. Nearly stolen by Ellie. Richmond. Bonner streaking in, and he's pushed. The foul on Owens is 6.
30, Billy Owens.
Don Nelson wanted a foul called on the kick.
Second personal foul.
Nothing doing.
First team foul of the period.
But this guy Bonner can run the floor very well. Finishes from the left side. They got a good young nucleus.
Kings number 24.
They could be fun in the years to come. They've got new ownership. Jim Thomas. They got big bucks.
for 2.
Thomas says the team concept is the way to go. We're going to stay here. We're not moving to Anaheim despite the rumors. And also, he said, I stay out of the business of basketball. You know, I bring the money in, but then you get good basketball people to run the organization. I'm not a meddler.
Well, they sell out every night, so that's half the battle. They get great crowds. And the Warrior fans try to get behind their ball club here, down 73-50, 5-10 to go in the third. Hardaway's got to get into it. That's a good start. 8 points for Hardaway. 4 for 13, though, on the game. 73-61. Sacramento.
What they've got to do is, as they always do, is step up the D. They've got to stop Sacramento from scoring. The offense will take care of itself after that.
You can't trade hoops now. You're in enough of a hole. The Warriors need one of their pack. Here's Webb. Darting in, slashing through. They got a new 24. One go. Nothing doing. Into the hands of Ellie. Oh, what frustration for Simmons. Ellie. Back to Barcelona. She's got carte blanche to the basket.
Wasn't great D on the last play. Simmons should have converted, so they were lucky.
10-point game.
Sometimes it helps to have that when things aren't going well.
With a little luck. Spud Webb. 3 seconds. Wayne Coswell was in there too long.
3 seconds.
And the Warriors want to get Gatling in there. And Billy Owens goes out. Billy O leaves with 2 points, 4 rebounds.
Billy Owens. Chris Gatling.
Chris Gatling trying to tuck in the jersey while he's dribbling. Not easy. As Owens gets a breather. 10-point game, 4 minutes left in the third. Hardaway with Webb. He got through and they lost the ball. Coswell. They'll jump it up. Could have been worse. Boy, Tim Hardaway continues to struggle. John Nelson pondering.
And he doesn't have the answers. I mean, you can't go out there and play the game. And he's put in, different lineups. Nice jump by Gatling, gets the possession. But
Marciulionis.
oh, is that a tough one?
Big shot. 73-65.
Well, that's the closest in a while.
8 points. And a foul on Mario Ellie. His third.
Closest since the first quarter.
Your second team foul.
Here's a Utah Phoenix score. The Jazz leading 50-44 in the third. Phoenix trying to make it 7 in a row. Coming off the win over Golden State last night. Anthony Bonner. 3 seconds again. Coswell again. And he is really upset. Comes out, throwing his hands around. And look at Rex Hughes screaming at Bernie Fryer. Can the Warriors cut it to 6, maybe even 5?
And Spud Webb, he stays with Hardaway. He does an excellent job defensively.
Here's Mullen. Watched by Simmons. Mullen with the crossover. Backing in. Falling away. No. Gatling hooked it. And it's out of bounds off Coswell. Good active hands by Chris Gatling. Kept it alive.
Got to work harder to get easier shots.
And now here's a timeout. Golden State.
Third quarter stats looking pretty good. Golden State shooting at 63%.
Hardaway, quick release off the inbound. Back tap by Gatling. He's been a factor.
That's a huge factor. Just keeps the ball alive.
Marciulionis, tough shot with a man in his face. Went for the rebound. Couldn't get it away from his old buddy Mitch Richmond. This is where the Warriors have to prevail on defense.
Well, look at the isolation.
And it's thrown away by Richmond. Simmons really well covered.
Yeah, Richmond, excuse me, Steve, go ahead.
I was just going to say Rex Hughes turning a lighter shade of gray. Go ahead, Jim.
Procol Harum. But at any rate, Richmond, not a great ball handler. and not a great decision maker. Those two things really keep him from being at another level.
And Marshalonis is stripped and fouled. Simmons with his third.
Number
It'll
22,
put Sharunas on the line.
third personal foul. Kings' fourth team foul.
Marshalonis 2 for 2, has 12. He had 33 in the last meeting Tuesday, 2 shy of his career high. Billy Owens back for Mario Ellie, who leaves with 9 points and 3 fouls. It is 73-67.
Creeping closer.
And the crowd really alive. Simmons triple team. Caldwell rejected by Gatling. Marshalonis over to Hardaway. The ball deflected out by a King. What a play by Gatling.
Well, you said he's been a factor at both ends of the court.
19 on the timer. In it goes to Mullen. Baseline move. But he'll go to the line. Almost. Wayne Coswell bottled him up.
Wayne Coswell.
A little hesitation.
Personal.
Just breaks away from 2 defenders, Richmond and Brown, using the body to make sure he has an angle at the basket, protects the ball.
First trip to the line, 82%. Interesting, you'll recall the problems he had in the first half, shooting-wise. He is now almost 50% from the floor. Mullins 9 for 20, has 19, now make it 20. Warriors on a 10-0 run, and it's a 4-point difference, 73-69. Just under 2 minutes to go in the third. Another comeback by the Cardiac Kids. Simmons posting up on Owens. Around the horn, Richmond. 6 on the timer. Simmons way off. Mullen the rebound. Hardaway off. Sacramento ball. But they're calling a foul on Billy Owens.
Yeah, that's why they're giving the ball to Sacramento.
Billy Owens, third personal. Warriors first in the last 2 minutes.
The long shot, long rebound. Owens pushing Anthony Potter into the front row.
All right, Sacramento ball. Number 3 on Owens. Lionel Simmons down low. They're doing some job on Coswell. He has been studied. Simmons, 5 on the timer. Tough angle. Oh, and a rebound by Gatling. Had position on Coswell and the foul. Randy Brown.
You think they love him here? Chris Gatling?
Number 3, Randy Brown, first personal foul.
What a difference he's made in this game. A major factor in the comeback. Kings haven't scored since 5:21.
Well, Gatling just comes in side position. Coswell thought he had the ball, but Gatling, the quickness, not only his jumping ability, but the quickness enabled him to get inside. Good position. Right on track.
Chris Gatling, who missed 2 big foul shots last night in Phoenix that could have made a difference, but boy, is he making a difference tonight. Wayman Tisdale with the 4 fouls is back in. Tyrone Hill replacing Billy Owens, who leaves with just 4 points, 4 rebounds. Make that 2 points, 4 rebounds. And Gatling gets the second. 10 points for Gatling. 73-71. Warriors within 2. A minute to go in the third. Richmond lost the ball. Ahead of the field, Mullen. He's all alone, and it is tied.
If they blew a whistle, you couldn't hear it.
Stolen by Gatling, but they're calling a foul. The exuberant Chris Gatling.
Number 25,
Gatling's third. Warriors on a 14-0 run to tie the game.
Remarkable.
And the story of this game written all over the face of Don Nelson.
Well, he thought Gatling had a steal. I'm not so sure he isn't correct. Looked like Gatling was streaking down after he'd stolen it. That's only the 14th point for the Kings this quarter.
Lionel Simmons, first trip to the line, a 77% free throw shooter. The number 7 pick overall last year from LaSalle. He hits both. Kings by 2. 38 seconds left in the third. Muller stops in pop. Long rebound. Hill with Owens. Oh, banks it. Too strong. Can't get it again. Simmons. Off who? Off Hill. And it'll be Kings ball. Good hustle, though, by Owens and Hill. Less than 20 seconds in the third. Richmond with Hardaway. The help out by Mullen. Richmond can't deliver. Tisdale keeps it up. 5 seconds to go. Broken up by Hill. Recovered nicely by Randy Brown, who really got up there. 2 seconds to go. All the way down to Mullen. He's got time. It is no good. Well, what a comeback by the Warriors. There's a comparison between Richmond. They're 2/3 have run TMC. Hardaway with a tough night.
Richmond, though, only 2 since intermission.
And Chris Mullen with 14 of his 22 in that third period. Easy juice for Tisdale.
If I were the Warriors, I'd go right at Tisdale. He's got 4 fouls. Just try to get him off the court.
Kings by 6. It's back to 4 thanks to Marshallonis. 16 for Sharunas on 6 for 12 shooting plus 5 rebounds. 79-75 Kings. They've led virtually all the way. And here's Tisdale again. The help out by Hardaway. Got it over to Brown. Right back to Wayman. In and out. Rebound Owen. His 6th rebound. Oh, brother. Hardaway decking Tisdale. No, it's Randy Brown. And it might be a flagrant. No, it's just an offensive foul.
3rd personal foul.
Number 3 on Tim Hardaway. He just put an elbow into Randy Brown. Look at this.
Ooh. Well, they tried to avoid the contact on the spin. The trouble is his spin wasn't to the side enough. His momentum took him too far toward the basket. Just couldn't avoid the contact.
Stolen by Marshallonis. Marshallonis. What a look to Billy. Gave it up at the last possible second, and it's a 2-point game again. Randy Brown, eye to eye with Tim Hardaway. Here's Tisdale, slap. A delayed whistle. And the foul on Hill.
Number 32, Tyrone Hill,
His second.
foul.
79-77.
First team foul.
Sacramento by 2.
23.
10:32 to go.
2.
In the fourth. Tisdale. Now 3 for 4 from the line. Here's Spud Webb replacing Mitch Richmond.
Richmond, the new number 2, because number 23 was already worn by Wayman Tisdale, the man at the line.
He missed the second. He got it back. And the Wayman not quick to give up the number, obviously. Spud Webb down low. Bunner, triple team. And Bernie Fryer blows the whistle on Hill. 2 in a row on Tyrone, his 3rd overall.
Number 32, Tyrone Hill.
Warriors down by 3 with 10:20 to go in the fourth.
Well, a little early to speculate, but the Warriors with 2 team fouls, Sacramento none. 10:20 left in the quarter. You don't want to put people on the line and just let them get back in the game that way or stay ahead. pressure.
Works again. Oh, what a play.
But can Randy Brown get up quickly?
You talk about elevation. Simmons fouled by Hardaway. His fourth.
Tim Hardaway.
Randy Brown with maybe the play of the game.
Third team foul of the Warriors in the period.
Timed perfectly, and he gets a 1-foot jump.
22, Lionel
He
Simmons.
just went right at the top, Billy Owens,
2 shots.
and took that one away. Remember, he finished with a dunk at the end of the third quarter. You knew he could jump.
The rookie out of New Mexico State, number 31 pick in the second round, Randy Brown. We talked to Randy at halftime.
31, Dwayne Coswell.
All right, Lionel Simmons makes the first.
Bonner.
Coswell's back for Bonner. And Bonner leads with 9. (81-77). The Kings by 4. 9:53 remaining. Warriors showing a half-court offense. Hardaway being dragged from behind. The follow too strong by Hill. Oh, so quick. Picked it up. Reverse. Hill kept it alive. Then a bounce to the Warriors. Rex Hughes pointing the other way.
Well, a few offensive rebounds for Golden State. Didn't convert, but nonetheless looked good. Tyrone Hill had a pretty easy one. Now let's give him a whistle. Yes.
Marciulionis gets it over to Hardaway. Passes up the 3. Marciulionis. 18 for Sarunas. 81-79. Golden State down by 2. The last time the Warriors led, it was 4-2. Here's Randy Brown. Webber from 3. His second of the game. He's got 14.
Spud does an excellent job of distributing. I mean, he can really create the shot anytime. He's just patient and waits for the opportunity.
It'll be back to the Kings. Warriors out of control on that trip. Chris Gatling returned. Warriors down 5. Tyrone Hill will take a seat. Ellie gets up. So it's Gatling, Owens, Mullen, Marciulionis, and Hardaway.
Hughes has done a nice job with this club since he took over. Very nice job.
17-32, but a lot of close losses. A couple overtimes.
Oh, they're playing hard for him. That's one thing.
Randy Brown, yeah, that's a good point.
Number 3, Randy Brown.
That's all you can ask for.
And that's goaltending. Not that time, Randy.
The basket for Billy Owens.
Didn't have an angle this time. Had to go through Billy Owens to get to the ball. Gave Owens enough time to get it on the board.
86-81. The Kings by 5. Warriors still going for that elusive 50th. Oh, nice pass, but they close the door on Randy Brown. Gatling and Mullen down to Marciulionis. Stop! 20 for Sarunas. It's a 3-point game. Timeout, Kings.
Foul time.
There are 8 minutes on the clock here in the 4th. Sacramento 86, Golden State 83. 7:50 in county, 86-83. Webb for 3 again. That's his 3rd, his 2nd in a row.
He had all night to look at it. He just measured it, set up, shot it home.
He's got 17. 3 Kings tied with that number. 6-point lead for the Kings. Billy Owens getting inside with a lefty hook. Mullen keeps it alive. Lost it to Webb. Dobson pops. Spud Webb.
Spud Webb.
A one-man wrecking crew.
Call time.
19 for Webb. He's now the high man for the Kings. Here we go again. Still plenty of time. 7:05. Mullen lost it.
This is an injustice. I am
Nelson all over referee Terry Durham, saying it's an injustice. And Tisdale fouled. Tommy Wood makes the call on Owens, his fourth.
Number 30, Billy Owens.
Don Nelson continues to hammer away at Terry Durham.
And the reason it's falling on deaf ears is because the Warriors have manhandled the Kings on numerous occasions. This game has been very physical. There have been fouls that haven't been called. It's just that kind of night.
You know, it's hard to give somebody a technical when they say this is an injustice. He put it so nicely, so diplomatically. How can you give a guy a shirt?
I've never seen him use that terminology, Don Nelson. Never heard that before.
Very interesting. Marshall Otis will try to help the cause here for the Warriors, who are down by 10 again all of a sudden. 93-83. Warriors got it to a tie. 6:39 to go. Here's Billy Owens. He'll fire from outside. Ooh, and it goes to the top. It'll go back to Sacramento. Simmons back. Coswell out. Leaves with 14. Six and a half minutes. Tisdale on the turn. Now Gatling again.
That was tremendous defense, because that was one heck of a move.
Hardaway, he can't stick it. Tisdale finally. We are midway through the fourth. Warriors down 10. Spud Webb has been the man this quarter.
What he's done for Hardaway is Hardaway can't leave him now. Hardaway has a tough time double teaming.
The turnaround jumper. Lionel Simmons. The Warriors are 0 for 7 from three-point range. And they're down by 12. Here's Mullen. Played well by Richmond. Marshalonis. And it is grabbed by Spud Webb. Warriors shooting just 43% for the game. And the Kings 49. Tisdale saves it. 8 on the timer. Guns it over to Simmons. Bonner exploding to the basket. And the Warriors are in trouble. 5:08 to go. Don Nelson calls time. Warriors very upset with the officiating. They're very frustrated. But they've got to try to overcome those problems. And now a whistle against the Kings.
Give the Kings credit, because they've answered every bell that the Warriors have run. Each time a run comes for Golden State, they tied it at 73 all. They did not collapse.
It's almost as if the Kings are rallying around Mitch Richmond. They want to win this one for Richmond as Richmond returns to Golden State. They say, no, how disappointing it was Tuesday night. They had that one within grasp, and the Warriors went on to win double overtime because they had the legs in the second overtime, and the Kings didn't. Meanwhile, last night the Warriors were on the road again, another back-to-backer, while the Kings were at home losing to Seattle. So ironically, it's the Kings who might have the fresher legs tonight. 12-point Kings lead.
Seems like they have the fresher minds.
Yes.
And, just executing the right things. Look at the good ball movement. This is the way to beat a double team, and this is the way to get an isolation underneath. Well, they're running out of time.
3 on the shot. Gatling over to Hardaway. Warriors need one more blast. Mullen gets in there. Doesn't go. They tangle for it. Tisdale.
Tisdale in the crowd. He was the only guy in blue. They're going to use the time. The Kings will.
Offensive foul.
As I said, they should have used the time.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I was surprised. Richmond, as I said, gets a little out of control. Not a good decision.
We've seen that happen when he wore a Warrior uniform. 97-85. Golden State down 12. Do they have anything left? 4:10 to go. Aaron pass. It was telegraphed. Spud Webb lost it, and Gatling springs it loose. Here's Hardaway for 3. No for 8. Gatling just picked up his 10th rebound incidentally, and Hardaway is 4 for 18. Tough night. Simmons no. Marshallonis. Warriors down 12, 3.5. Marshallonis wants to go it alone, plus the foul. Oh, is he determined to get the three-point play? 22 for Sharunas.
Very difficult to guard and defend in the open court. Spud Webb. Now Simmons says, I've got him. And he's directing traffic. All of a sudden, Sharunas with a long step just squeezes between Bonner and Simmons. Basket's good. That helps.
It's under double digits again, three-point play. Marshallonis, and now pressure defensively by the Warriors.
Well, they've come back so many times in the past, in the recent past.
Well, how about New Jersey? They were down 9 with 62 seconds to go. Came back there. Can they do it again? 3:10 to go here, and they're down by 9. Hardaway. And Owens is fouled. Spud Webb with his third. Let's take a quick spin around the NBA before Owens steps up. 115-94 New York over Atlanta. New Jersey beats Milwaukee. Washington over Detroit. Tough loss for the Pistons who want to make the playoffs, and that hurt their chances. Cleveland over Miami. Indiana beats Boston. Chicago over the Clippers as Owens hit the first. And Minnesota over Dallas. And in overtime, Orlando over San Antonio. There's a partial Utah leading Phoenix. After Owens missed, Tisdale got it. 97-89, 8-point Sacramento lead. Spud Webb doing a Marcus Haynes around Mullen. And then he is tagged by Hardaway for his 5th.
For 10, Tim Hardaway, 5th personal
What
foul.
a great game for Spud Webb, particularly here in the 4th.
Well, not only has he done it physically, the three-point shooting, distributing the ball, but he has maintained control, and he has really contained Hardaway. I mean, Hardaway's off the mark, but you got to give credit. Spud can match the quickness of Hardaway, and he's staying between him and the basket most of the time.
Webb's first visit to the line, 5 fouls on Hardaway. Webb, of course, had a chance to sock it away in Sacramento, but missed a big free throw the other night. 89 for the Warriors, but 98 for the Kings. Hardaway. Allen off the tip. Good follow by Tim Hardaway, who has 10. And it's within 7 with 2:34. 12 points for Hardaway. The crowd urging the Warriors on. What a big trip this is. Shot clock 8. 5. Warriors take over. 2:15 on the clock, down 7. Hardaway brings it across. Marshallonis. He's got it. Plus the foul. Don't count him out yet. Timeout, Rex Hughes. Sharunas Marshallonis with 11 of his game-high 25 points here in the 4th quarter. And the foul. It's on Mullen, only his 2nd.
17.
So it remains a 5-point game. 2:07 to go. Marshallonis now 5 for 6 from the line. And there are your teams from the line.
Well, not nearly as many free throws.
2, Mitch Richmond, 1 plus the penalty.
Sacramento tonight as there was last night with Phoenix. They had 40 attempts, only converted 23.
Yes, even Jeff Hornacek missed 2 down the stretch.
30, Billy Owens
In the top 10 in free throw shooting. Billy Owens for Tyrone Hill. Richmond 82% free throw shooter, makes 4. 193. The Kings by 7. 2:04 to go. Hardaway. Got past back. Webb with the killer. 12 for Hardaway.
One of the few times he's beaten him cleanly tonight.
Spud Webb calls a play. Shot clock 8. Connor, tough angle. Rebound Marciulionis. What a quarter he's having. Minute 34. Hardaway from 3. Got it! Oh, of all the times. Hardaway finally hits one at the best time. 198. Nearly stolen by Marciulionis. 1:18 to go. Richmond. No! Battle for it. Richmond got it. Here's Webb.
Look where Rex Hughes is.
Rex Hughes should get a technical. Rex Hughes can't do that. And he just went back.
He was past half
He
court.
saw us pointing and realized he can't do that. I can't believe they didn't call that. Webb. Timeout, Golden State.
Warriors, call time.
Now Gary St. Jean is trying to bring that to the attention of the referees. He was down and nearly in front of us. And that is against the rules.
And Bernie Fryer saw him. He gave him a glance. Now the top of your screen, that is Rex Hughes going across the R. Now he's running back, scampering back like, hey, maybe they won't see me.
He realized the error of his ways. He saw us pointing and he scampered back. And the officials didn't call that. Gary St. Jean obviously saw it. He tried to get the attention of the officials.
Bernie Fryer gave him a glance. He looked at him. I don't know whether it registered or not. That's yet to be determined.
Maybe he was looking for Dick Motta. Goodness. 52.1 seconds to go in the fourth. Sacramento by 4.
Well, Motta brought him on board in 90 and 91. And Rex Hughes, when he first came around Sacramento, the timeout situation in 1987, he couldn't conduct a practice. He tried seriously with the team, and for 10 minutes they couldn't do it, and they laughed at him. They were making fun of him.
Well, he's come a long way, hasn't he?
That's exactly right. He has come a real long way, and the NBA coaching is entirely different. He had never coached at the NBA level prior to Dick Motta bringing him on.
Well, he got away with murder. Did he?
That was funny.
102-98, Golden State down by 4. Meanwhile, Spud Webb continues to murder the Warriors. Big shot just a moment ago. He now has 22. But this one is not over yet. 52.1 seconds. The three-pointers, the only one was just moments ago, made it 198 by Hardaway. But the Warriors 1 for 9. Warriors down 4. They've got the ball at half court, and Hardaway will inbound. Somebody trying to break into the clear. It's Owens. Hardaway being played very closely by Webb. Puts it up anyway. Going to be short. Great defense by Webb. Warriors get it back. 17 on the shot. 44 and 3/10 on the overhead. Now Hardaway gets it in. Quick release. Mullen. Rebounded by Bonner. And Sacramento's in the driver's seat. And the foul
Number 10
is on Hardaway, and he is history. Tim Hardaway fouling out. I can't remember the last time that's happened, but a real night to forget for Tim. 17.7 for 23. He did have 15 assists, but his shooting was way, way off tonight.
It really was, and maybe you credit fatigue, and maybe you give a little credit to the guy at the free throw line, Spud Webb, who can basically not quite ice it, but can do a lot for that going in that direction if he hits it.
Excuse me, poetic justice too for Spud Webb, who could have won the game with a free throw in Sacramento Tuesday, but missed the second of 2. And he just adds some icing on the cake here. It's a 5-point game, 36.3 seconds. 24 points for Spud Webb. And timeout, Golden State. The Warriors have...
And us alike that the Warriors didn't get their 50th tonight.
To be in this position, unbelievable. Oh, wait a minute! Marciulionis just hit a 3. He banked it in. A 3-point game with 30 seconds to go. I don't believe it. What a shot by Marciulionis. Come on back, fans. And a whistle. And a foul on Gatling.
Ooh, I can't even believe that Bonner was taking it to the hoop. 12 more seconds on the shot clock.
This is money in the bank.
Well, Sharunas straight on.
24,
Using the glass, it bounces back in and a 3-point lead.
Simmons, a 77%, or Bonner, I should say, a 62% foul shooter. He missed the first.
That's why I can't believe he took it right into the teeth of Gatling. They would have had to shoot before the game clock ended, but it was a little early.
He rattles the second one in.
I think Sharunas was taken to the hole.
Marciulionis, the human karate chop. Oh my goodness, Tolbert for three. God! Tom Tolbert hit a three! It's 105-104 Sacramento. 12 seconds to go. And a foul. A foul by Ellie.
Number 20, Mario Ellie. Fourth personal foul.
Tom Tolbert.
I was going to say, with Tolbert in, he can go to the three-point range, but I thought Sharunas then was going to take it right to the hole. Nelly wanted a jump ball. But they designed this, and I'll tell you what, this could be the biggest shot of this young man's career up to this point.
11 seconds on the clock. Mitch Richmond, ironically, to the line. He makes the first. 2-point game.
Richmond likes the pressure. He thrives on this pressure.
He missed it. Tom Tolbert's got it. Warriors down 2. 8 seconds to go. Marciulionis fouled on the play. He's gone to the line. A chance to tie it.
Number 24, Anthony Myers.
The foul is on Bonner. Rex Hughes is now stunned. What an unbelievable game. And Sacramento dazed. Tim Hardaway, of course, if this does go to overtime, will be on the bench. He fouled out. Look, he's just pacing, doing circles by himself. Oh. A game and a half. The Warriors down 19 after 1, 16 at the half. Close it to 4 after 3. And they just want to go into overtime.
Well, right now, Sacramento gets it at half court, Steve. You cannot afford to foul anyone. Above all, no reproach. Don't foul anyone.
All right, here we go, Jim. Lionel Simmons will inbound at half court.
Spud Webb is underneath the hoop, probably to come out.
And a delay of game.
A delay of game warning to
Now,
the
do you
Warriors.
pressure the inbounds pass? Mullen moving off now.
Judd Bushner into the game. Here's Simmons looking. Just got it in. Richmond. It's stolen. Mullen puts it up. No, but they go to overtime.
Hardaway has been a cheerleader
Yes,
all
relegated.
during the timeout.
Because he is fouled out. Gatling gets the tip. The Warriors are 3-3 in overtime. The Kings 2-2. The Warriors beat the Kings in double overtime Tuesday night in Sacramento. Marciulionis stumbling, still maintaining his balance. He'll fire and he'll score.
Sharunas was the guy in the overtime period. That's where he took over the game Tuesday night.
If the Warriors win this game, they should carry him off on their shoulders. When was the last time the Warriors led? Was it 4-2? Unbelievable. It was 4-2. Marciulionis comes away with it. Marciulionis driving, giving, and Ellie scores. Timeout, Sacramento. And the place is going wild.
The Coliseum is filled again. They're all back.
They came back.
They literally came back.
I don't blame them. This is entertainment. Randy Brown over to Richmond. Richmond bobbled the ball and he lost it. Mullen all over him. Oh, how do you think he feels? I feel for Richmond. What's going through his mind? The former Warrior stand-up. Warriors by 4. Here's Marciulionis. Into Ellie. Ellie puts it up. No, the tip is good. Billy Owens. He may not have many points, but he won't get 2 more important than that. And the Warriors by 6. 3:51 left in the overtime. Oh, brother. Watch this. The great play. Mullen all over Richmond. Warriors lead it. 112-106. What a run by the Warriors. 14-2. Just amazing. They have taken the wind out of the sails. What a play by Owens. And Owens has it. Here's Marciulionis. Behind the back. No. Gatling pulled it down. Gatling puts it up. And he's fouled. The Warriors are just not to be denied. They are possessed.
I'll tell you something. Truist didn't convert, but watch this move. I mean, that is as quick as it gets behind the back. He was also undercut. Now Gatling stays with it, gets the foul on Tisdale.
His 5th. Look at the expression on Gatling. Richmond got it in the head. Getting a little consolation there. Sympathy from Marciulionis. Gatling missing the first.
Doesn't surprise me shooting it long. He's pumped up.
Oh, is he psyched?
I thought Sharunas still had his legs taken out from under him. He was at the rim. That's the quickest behind-the-back move I've seen.
Well, he's done that a few times this year, too, in electrifying fashion. Gatling misses both. 112-106, Golden State. It's a long overtime in it. 3:20 to go. Seems like it's been forever. Simmons. It's 4 now. 15 for Simmons. 3:08 remaining in 02. Warriors.
They're just trying to go at Spud Webb with Ellie. The mismatch.
Marciulionis, he's been the man. Into Ellie. Oh, offensive foul. Spud Webb may deserve an Academy Award, but he gets the call. Don Nelson, irate.
It's a nice ploy to use, but if you don't get him immediately, you got to move the ball.
Number 5 on Mario Ellie. Spud Webb. Great penetration, and it goes for Tisdale. Wayman Tisdale with a big basket, and he'll go to the line.
Gatling has his 5th.
25, Chris Gatling.
Those 2 missed free throws by Gatling that could have put it to 8, proving to be a factor. Spud dishing it off, the quickness, and Tisdale exploding to the hoop.
Basket, he has 1 only.
21 for Tisdale, and he'll stay there. Battle for the loose ball. It's Ellie. Warriors by 2. All the way down it goes to Mullen. Underneath, he's got it. Nobody does it better. Underneath.
Can you believe the risk of Mario Ellie with the pass?
Amazing. Well, no. Tisdale with a big rebound. He puts it up with the left hand. Gatling's got it. Who's it up? Who's it up? It's a butter. Bernie Fryer makes the call.
Warriors, foul time.
Timeout, Warriors. And just in, Seattle beats the Lakers 96-90. Right here, it's 114-110 Golden State. 2:15 and counting in overtime. Here's Marciulionis. Shovels it off neatly to Owens. Warriors very sharp and crisp when they needed to be.
They designed that for Sharunas and told him at the timeout, if the double team comes, immediately get rid of it.
Bonner, reverse. No! Tisdale's got it again. Whips it out. Whip for 3. Oh, brother.
He's had 3 this half from that spot.
And that's his 4th in the game. Spud Webb has 27. One shot time, his season high. It's a 3-point Warrior lead. Minute 38 overtime.
Got to be careful of the charge.
Here's the isolation. What a pass! Marciulionis just lulled the Kings. And then he fired it to Owens. Rebound Gatling. And the whistle. And it's Anthony Bonner with the foul. I can't believe that play. Marciulionis to Owens.
Well, execution in the half court. First it was underhand, this time it's overhand, and this time it's a dunk. Non-shooting foul.
118-113, Warriors 112. Off the steal, a foul. Marciulionis.
Number 13, Sharunas Marciulionis, second.
Only his second.
It's a non-shooting foul.
Warriors first in the last 2
But
minutes.
Sacramento's ball. 1:11 to go. And Don Nelson goes to the bench for Tyrone Hill. Warriors ball. Bernie Fryer makes the call. Look at Mitch Richmond.
Oh,
Richmond very lucky to get a technical because he bumped into Fryer.
I'll tell you what, Rex Hughes is dismayed that Richmond didn't go to the line. There was a lot of contact.
Under a minute, left in overtime. Warriors by 5. A miraculous comeback by Golden State. Mullen looking for a call, can't get it. Underneath the Gatling, he's fouled. Look out now. A collision underneath. Chris Gatling hammered to the floor by Mitch Richmond. Chris Gatling just sitting there. And now he's up.
Well, Richmond was involved in the over-the-top play. Let's see, Mullen from the left. Mullen all ball. You know, I can see he went down because Mullen just took it right out of his hands. Now, Owens goes inside. Little dish off. Gatling. He gets hammered. Richmond's trying to hold him up. The momentum, Gatling, big size, just took them both down. Richmond tried to hold him.
You can see that, yes, at the end. Chris Gatling, 2 for 4 at the line. A career-high 15 rebounds tonight for Chris. A double-double. He missed it. Well, he sure is making it interesting, isn't he?
Yes, the former coach of the Kings, Dick Motta. You can say his saying. Now, he made it.
The operating over to the Fat Lady sings. You are correct, sir. It's so true tonight. Yogi Berra said it too. It ain't over till it's over. 119-113. Stripped by Mullen, but a foul called by Tommy Wood. Mullen was all the way at the other end.
Third personal foul.
42.7 seconds to go.
Maybe he got it cleanly, but you can't get every call. Now, Richmond from behind. Mullen from behind. I'll tell you what, he got it cleanly, but did he push off? Great angle, and had it been the collegiate game, that'd be a 3 free throw attempt.
Well, Mitch Richmond steps up to the line.
2 shots.
He's 4 for 6. A lot of strategy going on.
What a game for Gatling. 15 rebounds. Just had time to glance over finally.
That's career high. First double-double for Chris Gatling. Richmond again misses the second. It's tapped over to Richmond. He's got it. What a big play that was. It's a 3-point game. 37 seconds remaining in overtime. Here's Mullen. Off to Billy Owens. Slashing in. What an overtime Owens has had. Warriors lead it by 5. Here's Spud Webb now slipping through. Who's got it? It'll be a what? Jump ball. Jump ball. Look at this. It's like a rugby scrum.
I was going to say either a jump ball or a scrum. Yeah, you took it out.
Chris Gatling, who else right in the center of things? Billy Owens when they unravel. Let's see who jumps. Billy Owens with 8 points in overtime. It'll be Chris Gatling jumping for the Golden State Warriors and Richmond. Okay. No, now Ellie's jumping, Jim.
Well, watch Richmond come into Ellie. He likes to body on these plays.
Gatling was trying to jump, and I don't blame him. Ellie said, get in there. Maybe they can get away with it. Who's got the tip? It rolls up. Terry Durham into the hands of Owens. Marciulionis to Mullen. Good night.
And a missed free throw by Richmond. Sharunas hit the 2 free throws. Overtime. And it hasn't been coasting since then. I mean, the Kings have put up a battle.
Can you imagine the few fans who did leave and didn't have the radio on in their car? They go home and watch the news. Hardaway once again getting the crowd revved up. Oh, Rex Hughes. He might be thinking of a new line of work about now. 15.1. Warriors by 7. Here's Simmons. And the foul. Jed Bushler inserted into the game, but the foul is on Billy Owens.
Over the limit, they'll go to the free throw line. But how do you pick a player of the game? I mean, we've been discussing all this. How do you pick it? I mean, how do you deny Sharunas Marshalonis the big three-pointer, 32 points? How do you deny Gatling, 15 rebounds, career high?
Billy Owens in the overtime. A big factor.
So many big plays.
How about Tom Tolbert? Hit that big three-pointer. Amazing.
Yeah.
Clutch three-pointer this, Tom. And Judd Bushler sits down. Marshalonis comes back. Warriors by 7 as they miss both free throws. They'll play out the clock. 5 seconds, but first to foul. 4.2. And the hugs at the Warrior bench, the 2 Arizona natives, the products, Bushler and Tolbert.
Have you ever seen anything like this from an NBA team that could come back this many times? I mean, maybe the old Celtics, and I'm not comparing the Warriors to the Celtics of the late 50s and all through the 60s, but I have never seen a team like this come back so many times.
It's amazing grit and determination, and it sounds like a cliche, but we saw it in New Jersey, we saw it in Detroit, we see it here tonight. You know, ball club just left for dead.
And even coming back when they aren't playing that well.
Yeah, that's quite a sign, too. And Richmond can't hit at the buzzer. The Warriors have won it in an absolutely unbelievable game. Astounding, compelling, electrifying, exhilarating, all those good words.